Karen Ermert was known as a kind, gentle, and trusting woman. Friends described her as someone who believed deeply in love and loyalty. She wanted stability, honesty, and a future built on mutual respect. Like many people, she believed that love, even when imperfect, could always be fixed. Karen was in a relationship with Mark Wiley. In the beginning, everything seemed normal. They spent time together, shared personal moments, and built what appeared to be a meaningful bond. But as time passed, cracks began to appear, arguments became more frequent, jealousy slowly replaced trust, control began to replace care. Those close to Karen noticed changes. She appeared emotionally drained and increasingly cautious. Mark struggled with insecurity and had difficulty handling conflict. He feared abandonment and reacted badly when things didn't go his way. What started as emotional dependence slowly turned into obsession. Eventually, Karen made a difficult decision. She chose to end the relationship. It wasn't easy, but she believed it was necessary for her emotional safety and peace of mind. She wanted to move forward with her life. Mark, however, could not accept the breakup. To him, the end of the relationship felt like a personal destruction. He became consumed by rejection. Friends later said he seemed unstable, emotionally overwhelmed, and unable to cope with the reality that Karen no longer wanted to be with him. Karen tried to distance herself. She focused on rebuilding her life, unaware of how deeply Mark was unraveling. She believed the separation would eventually calm things down. It didn't. One night, Mark went to Karen's apartment. Investigators believe he was driven by rage, heartbreak, and an uncontrollable need to confront her. What happened inside that apartment was sudden and irreversible. Karen was shot multiple times. She died where she lived in a place that was supposed to be safe. The man she once trusted, the man she once loved, became her killer. After the murder, Mark fled the scene. Authorities later found him dead. He had taken his own life, ending any chance for answers, explanations, or remorse. The investigation moved quickly. Evidence left behind told the story Mark could no longer speak for. Phone records showed communication leading up to the crime. Timelines confirmed his movements. There was no mystery about who was responsible. This was not a random act of violence. This was a crime driven by emotional obsession, control, and an inability to accept rejection. But the tragedy did not end there. In an extraordinary act of courage and compassion, Karen's family made a decision few could imagine making under such circumstances. They chose to donate Karen's organs. Even in death, Karen gave life to others. From heartbreak came hope. Lives were saved because of her family's strength and humanity. The Broken Hearts case forces us to confront a painful truth that emotional instability, when ignored or untreated, can become deadly. It shows how possessive love can transform into violence. It reminds us that breakups, while painful, should never become a reason to harm another human being. This case is not just about murder. It is about warning signs that were missed. It is about love turning into control. It is about a heart that could not let go. And most of all, it is about Karen Ermert, a woman whose life ended too soon, but whose legacy continues through the lives she saved. A broken heart took her life, but her kindness lived on.